Hey there, YouTube friends, maskedbandit here. Thanks so much for hanging out with me again today. Always do appreciate it. We are back in Snow Valley, and we're going to do something a little bit different in this episode. We're actually going to start working on the final map here. Got the feeling, the buildings are fun, but time to do some other things. We're actually going to build a coaster today as well. So I start with a giant mountain here, as you can see, and boy, terrain tools, for really big stuff like this, they're hard to use. They're hard to get a nice shape, like a realistic mountain shape. I could spend hours, I'm sure, doing that and still probably not get something completely awesome. It's a good thing that for me, I don't need it to necessarily look all that realistic. I just need it to look, well, like a hill. And I'm going to do different tiers. I think we mentioned that before. So what we're building here is we're using the wild mouse coaster, or the wooden mouse coaster. And what we're actually doing is we're creating like a little toboggan slide for the village. We're gonna make it look like there's a little toboggans. I thought this was a great idea, and it was suggested to by Emax Magnus, who has made a few buildings in our village that we looked at in a previous episode. So he was the one that suggested doing this as a good coaster idea. Don't get too excited. Clearly, this is not a realistic coaster because it's not being designed as a realistic coaster. It's being designed as a sled. And even that, like if you've ever seen in those little villages, like they've got those they're usually controlled by magnets, like they're little magnetic pieces, and you put them down, and when you turn it on, the magnet moves around underneath like the glass or something, and that's how it looks like you got little people skating. Or they even have little sled ones that are like slides kind of, and there's like a little chain that brings them back up. So that's kind of what we're doing here. We are really, again, we're really towing that line between a real Christmas village and then an actual city. I think we're leaning more towards the designed village, which I'm totally okay with. I really enjoy that. I think it looks cute and it's fun. So a lot of this episode here is this tedious terrain work, because you really do have to go bit by bit, and I started at the bottom. Probably should have started at the top, but started at the bottom as kind of a proof of concept to see if I could get it to look reasonable without it looking like things are going to fall off the actual side of the mountain, because it's pretty steep around here. So I just build the trough and do what I can, and it really starts to come together once the terrain is down. Once we do some work with the terrain tools, that's when it really starts to come together. So yeah, this series is trucking along. We are I know I say it all the time, but so overwhelmed with the awesomeness of the BroNation community for being so helpful in making so many awesome things, and they're still rolling in. There are still so many awesome pieces. So as always, we'll have some pieces today to look at outside of the time lapse, and we're actually going to use some of the ones that I dropped down today. We'll take a look at those plus a few more. So that'll be what we're going to look at in the real time portion if you're, getting pumped for that. There is going to be a large cut in the video today because I did a large portion of this in a live stream last Wednesday. And I think I might do that more frequently. And I also think I might be streaming on Twitch in the near future. I got an early Christmas gift this weekend from my mother. I asked her for a webcam. And so I have a Logitech C390 or 930, or I don't even know what I have. Hold on, it's right here. Webcam C930E by Logitech. That's the webcam I got. It came today, and I'm recording this on a Sunday. So I set it up, and it's pretty swank. So we're going to go ahead and see what we can do with that. So maybe next time I live stream, you'll see my ugly mug on the screen as well. Hey, and I figured that would be a good opportunity to switch live streaming to Twitch a little bit more frequently. I have a lot of people that follow me on Twitch. And I never stream over there. So maybe I'll give it a whirl, set up the OBS, and that might be something to look forward to. Something else for the new year that I just kind of want to just lay out there, and I'll take your feedback. Considering a Patreon, just to give opportunities for anybody that might want to support. and we can do some special things for you. One of the things I really like that some people who have Patreon do is they give they give the files to their patrons after every episode. That'd be something really cool that I think some people would actually enjoy, and ideas on what to do and all that stuff. So it's something I'm considering for the new year. If I can maintain this schedule of 2 to 3 times a week, I think I could get behind it. It's always a little weird to consider that. Like, I find it, like I'm hesitating on it. Like, it's kind of bizarre to me, the idea of a Patreon, but at the same time, if it can help kind of bring some stability to the income on the channel, that would mean a lot for me. It would mean a lot for me because what we're doing here with the little bit that we raise, it's been a great supplemental income and really taken some extra pressure off of us financially. But I don't want to get too much into that and bog you down because that's talk that usually people don't really want to hear. So, but anyway, yeah, I was super excited to get this webcam for Christmas, and you can expect to see me using it when I stream. And like I said, we'll be moving to Twitch more frequently. I don't know if I'll get rid of YouTube streams altogether. I don't know. We'll see. I tried Twitch a long time ago, and I wasn't that into it. But then again, streaming wasn't I wasn't big into streaming anything, so we'll see. So now in this part of the video, you've already seen, this is the big cut that we had. The slope is now finished, and the toboggan is painted. And there's also some buildings that are plopped down. We did all that in a live stream. We're going to detail it up in this video today. So we start by covering up the hole where the toboggan comes out. I considered using an animated door, but they're all really big, and I didn't really want to do that. So we're going to use some curtains to kind of make it look like those, like the plastic, curtains that they have like at airports when the luggage comes out. It's kind of what we're doing here. I think it looks pretty good. I like the way it turned out, and especially when it's static, it's you can't see in. The little bobsled pops out. I think it'll be just fine. So there is going to have to be some. This is definitely the most fantasy type project I've ever done. And so it's a little different for me, and it might be a little different for you as a viewer that are used to the super realistic builds. Like, it's realistic in its own weird way. Oh, by the way, this is, we'll have to look at it in situation in the real-time portion. That's by Ruby. We'll go over that in the video, actually, because it's super neat, and I want to make sure we take time to talk about it. So anyway, the sled hill is pretty cool. And we just copied the little entrance from the top of the hill and plopped it down at the bottom, doing a little bit more of the terrain painting. That snow and ice is a very powerful tool. I have it at such a low intensity, and it's still massive. So creating a plateau there that we can plop some buildings on. Great, we'll go over this building as well. This is the grist mill, and we'll talk about it in greater detail, get a better look at it as well in a slow down atmosphere. Tried to put a pond in because I figured that would look good, but couldn't get the terrain to cooperate. And so we're just going to leave it as it is. I think it looks good, but I like it perched up on that little cliff. Get some great views as the toboggan comes rolling in. And doing some lighting work. I want the snow to have this nice bluish, greenish, cold glow. And I want to illuminate the trees that way as well. So you'll see here we're going to sneak some spots behind the lights or underneath. All the lights are going to be hidden and under the ground because that's what I think looks best. So some warm lights here to signify where the entrance and exits are. Considered lighting up the snow from underneath, but did not like the way it was going, so removed it. Still got to get some light on there on the actual hill. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. We'll figure something out. And then I decided to go ahead and illuminate the actual trough that the toboggan goes through. And it's kind of mishmash at first, but right here around this first bend, I realized what I want to do. I want to light up the back wall as you're looking at it. So that's what we've got going on here. And I think it just adds to the atmosphere. I think it's a nice little thing. I think it works out quite well. Lighting is definitely not my strong suit, so it's kind of a learning as we go kind of thing here. So just be patient, and hopefully as the project progresses, it'll get better. Another new building here. This is Ebenezer Scrooge's house, or Ebronezer Scrooge's house. And again, all these we're going to take a look at because they are so nice. We've already looked at one of the buildings that's up there, the Butcher. We've already looked at the Butcher building in, I think, the last episode. So we won't go over that one, but today we're going to look at the tea house, the brewer, the pub, the Bro Pub. We're going to look at the Dickens house. We'll look at the grist mill, and then we'll look at the sled hill. So those will be the 5 that we'll encounter. So this part is all just doing some detailing work to make the whole little scene come together. And so this is kind of what I have in mind. These little ideas, like you can notice these buildings all kind of go together, and there's a nice little place for them here. That's kind of what I want. Little clusters of buildings throughout the mountain here. And we'll tie them all together, hopefully with paths and scenery. And so there'll be like one that has a plaza, and that's where we'll put the well, and maybe some of the more office-y looking buildings. And then we'll have one, like I'd like to do a park scene where we do a carousel at least, maybe another flat if we can find one that fits. But yeah, that's kind of how we're going to be going. So the next episode is probably going to be another time-lapsed building with kind of like what the previous episodes have been. But I'm going to try to sprinkle more of these in, these designing the village videos, because I think they're entertaining as well. Although a lot of that work is probably going to be done on live stream. So just pay attention to that. My live streams are usually in the evenings here in the US. So unfortunately, if you're over in Europe, it's going to be in the middle of the night for you. But we are still full-time work and really hectic time of the year for me, like I've mentioned previously. It's our drama season. It's our plays. Elementary music teachers put on lots of plays. So we've got that going with us. So just hang tight, and then maybe we'll try and bring back a stream on the weekend in the afternoon for everyone that wants to enjoy, can find time to do that. So we're going to let this part of the time-lapse finish up, and then I will meet you on the other side in the real-time portion. So I will see you over there, and enjoy. Alrighty, well here we are in our real-time portion of our video where we will look at some of the special little pieces that have come in recently, or the ones that at least have been plopped recently. So here we have a beautiful little sledding hill, and this is made by Ruby. And we've just take a look at this. Like when she gave it to me, it was all. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. When she gave it to me, she used the snow terrain. She used rocks as the hill, and I went in and covered it with actual terrain to kind of make it feel a little bit more. You'll notice some of our some of our people have their little feet are missing. They're buried in the snow. Maybe they've just been sitting there too long. But just take a look. I love this. This is such a cute little thing. So big, the house up here, let's go up to the house. The house up here is a little big, but it's a-okay because it's set so far back, it really helped. It doesn't matter at all. And these sleds here are custom made, are custom content, and I believe they were made by Jaunty, by Geekism. So that's what we got cooking here. Love all the little details. The hot chocolate sign is just adorbs. as well as just the good use of the fantasy pieces here to kind of give it that cute little vibe. So, and you can hear, if I look, you can hear the little bobsleds going by. There they are. Is there another one? Nope, that was it. So, oh, Mr. Sliderman. So, I wish these could be animated. Wouldn't that be cool? But check out this sled lift. I didn't even know what this thing was. I didn't understand how it works. I guess you hook onto it and you go up the hill and it pulls you up. That's awesome. I've never seen one of those before. So, yeah, awesome little piece here by Ruby. And let's go, while we're here, we can go up and check out the grist mill. So let's climb up the hill here. There we are. So this is the grist mill. And I love the details on this one as well. A little hard to see. I'm actually going to jump out of TegidCam and we'll just take a look at it as is. So let's just get in here and check this out. So there you go. That looks a lot better. Get rid of the menu. There we go. So here we have the grist mill. And I just very nicely done again. Look at the custom water wheel. Love that. Well done. Well done. Didn't even realize that was art shapes at first. Wish we could incorporate some water into the design, but I'm not sure the terrain is going to cooperate. But nice job here with the roof line. I love the roof line and the different use of materials. Looks really great. And in the back here, just some simple back details. Perched up against the snow here, you don't even notice. So look at the rocks down here. Nicely done as well. Still have to blend a little bit better here. We've got that seam there. That's my fault though. We can easily fix that. So yeah, beautiful. Nice little grist mill. Impressive. Let's go on to the main part. We'll fly over the slalom here that we still need to flesh this whole idea out. We'll add trees and stuff throughout, but just want to get a quick, oh, they're coming down. Here it comes down the hill. Oh, there it goes. Shoom. Awesome. Love it. Here we have ourselves the Ebenezer Scrooge's house. And the details on this are just, I love the Caterwampus timber up here with the brick showing through. That is clever. Very impressed here. Very impressive work. The roof, like the trim right here, love it. And that sign, so small. So small. Look at the sad sack melty snowman. On BroNation, he actually had smoke coming out of 2 of the chimneys, and people were like, wait a minute, if that was Ebenezer Scrooge's house, he probably wouldn't have that, would he? So let's get some more details in here. And the back is just as great. Love the back, too. There's some more of that awesome woodwork I was talking about. So, and as always, you can see who created them by looking, I put up on the video who made each one and its title. And all these buildings are now in the collection, so you can go ahead and add them, and you can use them as well. They are in the BroNation Christmas Village collection, which is always in the description of each video. Next, we have the Bro Pub. And look, I believe, yeah, he's using the new World's Fair Chinese roof set, which is really impressive. I was really stunned to see how well it fit this style. But I love this look. It's so good. And using the gems as the windows. He did say there's an updated version that he wants me to plop down. I probably will end up doing that, where he illuminated all the windows. But oh look, the doors are actually blocked by windows or by snow. Let's fix that. Let's get the size down. And let's make sure we can actually get in. There we go. Now we can actually get in. And you'll see, like, we're really close to the edge here. And it's a shame because some of these do have such great details in the back, but you know, it's just it's going to be the way it is. I want everyone to be able to see them from the front. So, but anyway, get rid of this. That's the excellent Bro Pub. And our final one we'll look at today, there's the butcher we already looked at. Our final one today is made by the same person, and it is the tea shop. You can see they very much go together, don't they? The Bro Pub and the tea shop. But I love this. This is the brick detail, using the brick columns as walls. Very nice. The dormers up there, the dormer windows are done very well. Look at that. Now that's custom roofing, but not over the top. It looks great. Very impressive stuff. Love the chimney. Look how he's even got the little angle there, the bend that you would see. Gosh, so good. So good. Very nice. We got a door back there. We should probably clear it out. There's a door up here, though. So, yeah, there you go. So that's the tea shop. And we got my church up on top. Still need to do some work up there. And you can see we've got lots of room for stuff. We've got lots and lots of room. So that's just a little bit of real time to go ahead and show off the awesome buildings. Again, awesome stuff by our community. And there's still, if we look back, let's see, there's still tons more to go over. Look at all that stuff back there. Some of that we have gone over, but not all of it. So I'll leave you with an overview of where we're at currently. It's still really raw, but I think it's pretty cool. So with that being said, that'll do it for this episode. So have yourself a great day, great night, great whatever, and I will see you for the next episode of Snow Valley. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.